In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the rear wheel speed sensor, or ABS sensor, on this Ram 2500. It's attached to the backing shield, so you'll access it from the back side, and goes all the way up to the body with this really long wire. Let's get started. Looking from behind the wheel, you'll see the ABS sensor routes all the way into the back of the backing shield. This is an 8mm bolt holding it on, so let's remove that. If needed, spray a little bit of rust penetrant, but try to spray around the base of it and where it can get inside the threads, which is going to be difficult to do until it comes out a little bit, but mine keeps getting stuck, so in order to avoid breaking it, I'm just going to spray it, go back and forth, spray it again, and so on until it comes out. Well, my bolt unfortunately broke. It snapped right off as I was unthreading it. Hopefully yours doesn't do that and it comes right off easily. I'm gonna have to drill this one out. But regardless, you're gonna continue with removal of the ABS sensor. Now I'm gonna take some pliers and just try to twist this sensor. I'm gonna try not to break this inside the knuckle, because if something goes wrong, that's the next step. It looks like it does move, which is great. So I'm also going to try to pry with a little screwdriver out from the bottom as I twist. Hopefully the pressure, outward pressure, and the movement side to side will pop this sensor out. All right, there's the sensor. Now you would just follow it along and unclip it from all of its retainers. It should be secured on the brake line. And it just has a lot of these little plastic hooks that clip it on. Up here, unhook it from this retainer, and then all the way up on the body, or I guess that's still part of the frame. It's slid into this bracket here. Once you get to the end of it, you'll see that the passenger side has a white connector, whereas the driver's side will have a black connector. So make sure you get the right one. I'm gonna have to press on the tab that's all the way up here and disconnect it. Sometimes it is helpful to have a pocket screwdriver to pry from the other side of the locking tab while you pull down. A lot of times these get stuck with sand and debris buildup. There it is. Take that down. And there is your old wheel speed sensor. Now grab your ABS sensor and plug it into the vehicle harness. Make sure that clicks and it's locked in. Lock it in up top in this bracket with the rubber retainer. And then on the brake hose, just continue following it down on the brake hose, and then on the differential bracket, and then of course along the brake line. Now take your sensor, and for me I had to re-drill and tap this hole. Hopefully that's not the case for you. I put silicone paste, you could use a little bit of grease or anti-seize on the end of the sensor as well as on this area to not only help this slide in all the way easily, but also it'll allow it to not seize up in the future. Get that bolt started. Now if your sensor isn't bottomed out all the way, you don't want to pull it in with the bolt. That could actually break this tab off the ear where the bolt secures, so you want to make sure you press it in all the way by hand and that it goes in smoothly before you tighten it down. Now snug it up. When you tighten this, be gentle. You don't want to over tighten it and potentially break it or strip it out. So this right here just got snug. I'm going to give it a tiny bit extra and stop. The sensor's bottomed out and it is properly secured now. There you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.